AfterBuzz TV, starting place to the likes of WWE female superstars Kathy Kelly, Sonya Deville, and Zelina Vega, proudly presents Women's Wrestling Weekly, the world's first podcast and YouTube series dedicated exclusively to women's wrestling, featuring all the latest news as well as interviews with top superstars in the industry. And now, AfterBuzz TV's own gorgeous lady of wrestling, TK Trinidad.
Bonjour, you're watching Women's Wrestling Weekly, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. My name is TK Trinidad, aka the Canadian Assassin, and we have a full house in the day. Evan T. Mack is currently fighting crime. I have pretty much massacred my body, so I brought in some help.
Oh no!
So we have the King.
The Kid County Kid, Bubba Boys, live in the studio. I'm so glad to be part of the thing, Every. It's awesome. Yeah, man.
What?
Yeah,
This is like an intro I never heard.
Yeah.
It's a different show, man.
And hailing the streets of Chicago, Jim Alexander, heel Jim.
Hey, just watch Monday. It's coming.
Gosh. Love it. So we have Star of the Week. We have all that good stuff, but we always have special guests in the studio, and we have a very, very special guest in the studio, because usually like Skype, but now she's like in studio. She's in LA. It's hot. So thank you so much for coming in. She is insane, intergalactical. You know what I'm saying. Unicorn superhero. Please welcome Kasturi. How you doing?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Thank you for coming in.
Yes.
So I met this young lady at the gym.
Really? Which one?
Are you a wrestler too?
G-Train Fitness.
G-Train
I keep on telling y'all to go. Why you adjusting your color? So she's a badass, and then we got to talking, found out we had a lot in common. On top of women's wrestling, she is training to be the next WoW superstar. So she's training every single day.
Yeah.
So we'll get all up into the business right now.
in that business.
So let's how did you become a WoW superstar? How did the training part start?
Well, initially I was doing martial arts and stunts for TV and film, and I did a lot of doubling work. I've doubled Beyonce, I've doubled Allison Felix, a lot of pro athletes, and my stunt coordinator, Jack Huang, from Stunts in Motion, was saying, hey, I went and I checked out this really, really cool wrestling match at the Belasco. It was so awesome. Girls were flying, jumping, slapping, smacking, and I just thought of you, and I just could picture you in costume doing this. It's so your character, it's so your style. I like to high fly, I like to jump, I like to tumble, all of these things. And at first I was like, I love wrestling. I grew up watching wrestling. I loved The Rock. Rikishi was my absolute favorite. Yes. And so I said, I never saw myself as, going after becoming a female wrestler, although I've always admired it. Total Divas was one of my favorite shows. I just loved wrestling, and I always kind of knew in the back of my mind that I was going to be doing something professionally athletic.
Right.
But I didn't know what. I did sports all through college, high school, college, some things after college, and I just couldn't put a finger on what it was going to be. And I thought stunts and martial arts was going to be just my end game. This is what it is. I'm going to be a great stunts actress, get my Zoe Saldana on. And then I said, you know what? This may be really, really cool. I looked into WoW, David McClain, his whole story. I thought it was so cool. Yeah, him creating Glow. I looked into Jeannie Buss, owning the Lakers. She's so bad. You know what? Yeah. She's so awesome. And I said, wow, these are some great people behind a really great organization with a really great cause. And, empowering women and motivating women in an industry where for a long time women didn't have the same respect that men had.
Right.
And they couldn't go after things the way they go after things now, especially with WoW. So I said, you know what? Let me check this out. After doing my due diligence, went to the audition, gave my little spiel, got my little action fighter stance and lingo on, and it was really great just meeting everyone. I got to meet Selena Majors, who's a trainer. I got to meet David in person, Steffi Slays, Kristen, all these cool people. And I was just like, you know what? This might be my thing. This might be my thing. So I went to the physical audition after that, and boy, was it tough.
That's right. It's real.
Was it tough. And me, someone who's always active, even for me, it was intense, but it was so like fulfilling. There was so much adrenaline. I was invigorated. I was like, yes, we're rolling. We're doing front bumps, back bumps, all these cool
The
things.
excitement, though.
Yeah, it's so exciting. It's so nothing like, martial arts and stunts. It's so different. Martial arts and stunts is so much, just everything is like, set, go, choreograph this, that, and this is so not like that. This is the real deal. And so I've just been on the journey training, to become the next superhero.
Every day, pretty much.
Yeah, Monday through Saturday. We're there, getting it in, staying fit, making sure that we're on top of just our body, our physique, our fitness, and getting ready to go in and kick some butt.
Yeah, any character work has been there too? Like you guys are talking about what you're going to be when you finally debut, or?
Those things are in talks. I can't talk about anything in regards to that particularly. But yeah, they already have some really great characters. They have the Beast, who's awesome.
Oh my
she's
gosh.
Strong. She's
Have
fierce.
you seen the Beast?
I have not.
Oh
Yeah, she's intimidating.
Yeah,
I'm like,
she can take you on, guaranteed.
Most probably could.
Yeah, they have the famous Tessa Blanchard, whose dad was Tully Blanchard, a famous wrestler. I'm sure if you're into wrestling, you know about it. And she's bad, you know what, too. So it's really just like, it's not so much intimidating as it is just invigorating. And I feel like they inspire me so much, even though they're very, very, very scary. They're so awesome. It's such a great family. And I love just being there and training and the whole entire process.
Learning
it's just
new
amazing.
things.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not only are you a wrestler, you have like so many different things going on. Let's talk about why you were at Comic-Con this past weekend.
Yeah, so I'm also an actress, a stunts actress as well, and I'm on a new sci-fi series called Space Command, and it's starring Doug Jones from The Shape of Water, Bill Mumy, Robert Picardo, Bruce Box-Leitner, Mike Harney from Orange is the New Black. It's just an amazing, amazing project, and I am professional character. I kick butt. I am a space engineer. I am the daughter of a chief. And
when is this supposed to air? Or
so basically right now everything's in the works, everything's in the talks. So that's nothing I can't really
Yeah, you don't want to lose your job before you.
Yeah, exactly.
You definitely don't want that to happen.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's coming soon. Okay. They're always putting new info and stuff out on Mr. Sci-Fi. That's MRSCIFI. Okay. On YouTube, and they're keeping the fans involved. They're doing competitions. They're putting little clips and things out, and so they're always updating people on what's coming up, what's new. So you can always check out Mr. Sci-Fi and see what we got going on there.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm also a comic book figure as well, so that's why I was at Comic-Con. The face of the comic book.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
What don't you do?
Yeah.
You have free time? You're doing the martial arts, working out, acting, stunt, now wrestling. What, 6 days a week? What do you like to do for fun if you ever get it?
She goes to the gym.
I do. I train professionally with Adele, SBW Fitness. Man. We kick butt at G-Train. So it's... TK knows. We're always in there sweating and drenched. We hardly get to talk to each other. We're just, hold on one second. Yeah. I gotta breathe for a second. Man. So, I like to work out. Also, in my spare time, I DJ. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Of course it's another job. It's not like, oh no, I just like to go for hikes or something. No.
Yeah, I'm a professional traveling DJ. I've done so many incredible gigs and tours. I've toured with Uniqlo, with Apple. I'm looking to get into festivals now, so I'm super excited about that. EDM's my love, my joy, my passion, so I want to be on that EDC scene, that nocturnal scene. You look like you like that.
So wow. Okay, you definitely have the acting thing, but the wrestling and the DJing and the comic books, these are very, very male-dominated industries. But you find a way to navigate all three of them, being a woman and a person of color.
That is why I actually decided to dive headfirst into these things, because I feel like us as women, we're so powerful and we have no limits. So limits being put on us is of the past. We are here, we're conquering, we are taking over, we're doing so many great things. We're getting our Beyonce on. So you run the world, girl.
Okay.
No. But I find it invigorating. I find it very tough at times because we have to work sometimes 10 times harder. We have to be stronger, and we can't sometimes get caught up in pulling back or refraining so that we don't fit the societal image that we're supposed to be placed in. We have to just own who we are. And so me doing these things, I get to set an example for girls who are not familiar with owning who they are because of stereotypes and societal views and things of that sort. And being a woman of color, for me, is even more empowering because we're bringing something to these industries that, are not so dominant or not so prevalent. And being ethnic is just a beautiful thing that we are now being able to embrace and is being noticed and is being admired. So going full force in it for me is not just for myself, because what's life if you're just living for yourself?
Right.
For me, it's just giving back to all of these women who want to kind of come into these industries and dominate and conquer and be noticed and be loved. And I've had a lot of women coming up that I got to look up to in that way. I got to look up to China in wrestling. I got to look up to V in music. I got to, I had people to do that for me, and I can look at them and think about them when I feel discouraged or when I feel like I'm not adequate enough. When I feel inadequate, I can just kind of look at them and say, I have something to remember who I am, remember what I am as a woman, and I want to be that for women. So for me, throughout the trials and tribulations, they only make us better. They only make us stronger, and I'm excited to just continue this journey and really just show up and show out.
And just to piggyback on that, the fact that Black people are not a monolith, like, tell folks what your background is, because some people just think, oh, she Black.
Hey, I'm cool with that too. Black is beautiful. But ethnically, my dad is Belizean from Belize, so I'm Afro-Latina. And my mom is Japanese and Native American, so I have a lot of that.
You've got every culture.
Wow. Absolutely. And I'm loving it all. I represent them all. I don't gravitate to one or the other. They're all wonderful. They're all beautiful. They all make me who I am. And I make sure to incorporate that in everything that I do.
Yeah, I just think it's important when people, they put folks in a box, not realizing that there's more than what meets the eye. For instance, Jim is Polish, right? It's just, there's a whole bunch of different things going on.
Are you Jewish by chance?
No, I'm Polish.
See?
Okay. I'm Jewish.
Of course you are.
So, there's different things. It's nice to learn and educate yourself.
But it makes it so much interesting. Because you can ask her about so many different, parts of her culture and backgrounds and traditions and customs. That's an immediate selling point right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I have something to bring to everyone in the world of all colors, shapes, sizes, religions, backgrounds, everything. And I love that. And I embrace that so much.
And that's really almost what WOW is about. There's so many different women from different sizes, different shapes, and backgrounds. So it's just amazing. And do you know for sure, or can you say, because I don't want to get you in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. Wow.
You see you at the gym.
Yeah, I got a call from I've gotten a call from David once, so I don't need another one. So could you say if you're going to be there in September? They're going to be filming in September. So will you be ready for training?
They will be filming in September. September 18th and 19th. Tickets are actually on sale now. Follow WOW Superheroes, and you can get all the information there. They also have some cool VIP tickets, so you can meet and greet face-to-face with the WOW Superheroes, which I think is phenomenal. Cool. And it comes on actually now. Season 1 is every Saturday night, and season 2 will be premiering September 7th. So make sure you go and check that out, because it's so cool. It's so unique. They're bringing something so special to wrestling. They're taking it back to the old school, and that's what I love. Old school style wrestling, where it's just grit, it's grime, it's in there, it's real, it's raw, and I could not be happier where I'm at with it. And I think everyone should check it out, because you're missing out if you don't.
Jim seems like he's hooked.
Man, I don't know even what to say. I always have something to say. So.
I was a WoW fan from the original WoW from back in 2001. What? I always say this. I bought because WoW was the first promotion that had an all-women's pay-per-view. Yeah. And I saved up and I gave my dad like 40 single dollars. Like, I want to buy WoW.
40 single dollars.
Yeah, I was like, I got it. It's all ice cream money. You know? Yeah. And I think like Selena Majors was in the main event. It was a cage match of all things. Yeah. It was pretty awesome. So props to that. So you're doing a billion and one things. What is left? Can I ask? I mean, you're not even like towards the end of your career. You're starting out with WoW. Your DJ thing is picking up. Like, what is the next step for you?
I am just really along for the ride. I'm taking things as I go, but I am.
Go on.
I am working on some music production because I'm an artist.
Okay.
I sing as well.
Sing? Okay.
Yeah, and so I'm looking to really dominate in this DJ world. I don't want to just be a fly by night. I don't want to just be someone who goes on a bunch of gigs and this is that. I really want to make my name in music. I want to be like a Diplo, a Skrillex, a Avicii, rest in peace, you know, Marshmello with the cool gimmicks and all the fun and the dance and the loud music, and being able to be multifaceted in that, meaning producing my own music, meaning sampling on my own music, meaning, you know, DJing on the largest platforms in the world. Shout out to Diplo, who is following me. Thank you.
Hey.
Love, so much love and support. The DJ community in general is just so supportive. I mean, there's so many great women in general, from Vashti to DJ Charisma, who I love so very much. Yeah. She supports me and she has my back. She just has the back of all women in music and DJing. And I think that's so wonderful because you don't see that very much in a lot of other industries. Yeah. And so for me to come into this new when I did and be embraced so quickly was just phenomenal to me. Like, women in everything. We're just killing it. We have each other's backs. We're supporting each other. We're uplifting each other. And I'm really grateful. I'm so grateful and so thankful and so happy with all that I'm doing and all that I will be doing in the future.
I don't know what kind of vitamins she takes. Have that energy, okay?
I'm just tired.
And like doing all this work. I don't know. I don't know how you do it. Seriously.
That's amazing.
One thing we are going to do is we're going to hit the rapid hot tags real quick.
Yeah.
Women's Wrestling Rapid Hot Tag.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to hit you with a question. You're going to say the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay. So always early or always late?
Okay. Always on time. Does that count?
Okay, we could do that. That's original. What is the one thing you love about yourself?
I love everything about myself. I love that I love. I love that I have so much to give and that I'm willing to give it. I love that I have people that love me. I love that I'm strong and I'm fearless, and I love to divide and conquer, and nothing's going to stop me. I'm unstoppable, and I love that about myself.
It's like lyrics for a Beyonce song. Like that. Last show you binge watched.
I'm going to have to tag that.
Last show you binge watched.
Ooh, so many. I stay up really, really late because I love television.
I know, because you text me at like 2 o'clock in the morning this morning.
She doesn't sleep.
Like, why are you up?
The last show I binge watched, I would have to say, was Stranger Things. Okay. And I binged it slowly so that it would never end.
Okay. If you were to have one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, macaroni and cheese.
Oh, okay.
Extra cheesy.
But a classic.
Extra cheesy.
And if you could listen to one album for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, that's hard.
Just one.
Just one.
Just one for the rest of my entire life?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Clean the crib.
Man, that's tough. I would say Prince, Purple Rain.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wow. Can't go wrong with that one.
I love me some Prince.
And one final thing before we get out of here, let's hit that Star of the Week real quick.
Women's Wrestling Star of the Week.
How's everyone doing there? My name is Plovito, the King County Kid. Today's Star of the Week is Madison Miles, the 19-year-old sensation from Nova Scotia, Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. She's been tearing it up in the independent scene, has been wrestling for over 4 years. And she's, in that time, has actually wrestled for 27 different promotions. And her star is only going to rise. Her finishing move is a classic Stone Cold Stunner, but I'm sure she calls it something else. And she's already a sensation on YouTube as well. Trained by Gary Williams, a.k.a. Gary Galliant, she has also made a name for herself in all her home region of Canada, but also in the Northeast and in Europe. And news, a little bit of an update. It said that she will be trying out for the WWE and their recent tour of England next month for the NXT UK pay-per-view. So shout out to Madison Miles. That's this week's Star of the Week.
Do you have people in Nova Scotia?
It's
like an abandoned place or something.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Actually, fun fact, Nova Scotia, when they did the Underground Railroad, that's where a lot of the African Americans from the Underground Railroad settled in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, The Rock's that parentage. His dad's side is all Nova Scotian freeborn.
Oh, you said The Rock?
Yeah, The Rock's dad, Rocky Johnson, and his family.
They're from Nova Scotia?
Yeah, Nova Scotia, the free black man. Yeah.
Wow.
It's your story.
I thought Ellen Page got out of there and that was the whole thing.
Wow. Where can people find you?
Wow. People can find me on Instagram at Kasturi Marie. That's at KASTURIMARIE, and on Twitter at Kasturi Marie, and on Snapchat at Kasturi Marie. That's KASTURIMARIE.
I have a feeling you've done this before.
A little bit of experience.
Everyone's falling right now.
All right, thank you so much for coming on. Where should everybody find you too?
Oh, yes, I'm Twitter at FloboBoys, and on Instagram at Flobito, and of course, Flobito.com.
Hey, at the Jim Alexander on all social media, Monday nights on the Raw After Show.
Did you have to add the...
What?
At the end? Was that necessary?
Yeah, I always do that.
job.
I always do that. That's my thing.
Thank you guys so much for watching us. Without you guys, we wouldn't be the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Make sure to follow us on all social media, WPW Weekly on Instagram and Twitter. If you are not following us, or if you are following us on, or you're watching us on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Leave comments. Also, if you're on iTunes, Spotify, all that good stuff, leave comments as well. We definitely want to hear what you have to say. If you want anybody to be on the show or Star of the Week, hit us up, or hit myself up, or hit Flobo up, or hit Jim up, or hit Evan up. Hit AfterBuzz up. Just hit us up some way or another, and we would love to make that happen. Other than that, you can follow me on everything at TK Trinidad. Till next time, guys. Ciao.
From executive producers Kevin Undergaro, Maria Menounos, Phil Svitek, producer TK Trinidad, and me, Mark Donica, your voice of AfterBuzz TV Wrestling. We ask you to rate and comment on iTunes, subscribe to AfterBuzz Wrestling on YouTube, and find us on all social media. Thank you for watching Women's Pro Wrestling Weekly. See you next week.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.